And welcome to Tech Tuesday. This week's sponsor is Torrey Nissan. Joining us is General Manager Bob Bailey. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning. Glad to be here.
So we are talking about car credit. You better have good credit, otherwise you're going to pay.
Well, it does, and it's not only about cars, it's about the lifetime. I was reading an article the other day that a person with bad credit will normally spend about $250,000 over the lifetime because of credit decisions.
Okay, but you need, in order to get credit, you've got to have credit. Do you know what I mean? You've got to take that chance of getting a credit card or buying something on time. So you build up that cachet of, yeah, I'm paying, don't worry about it.
Well, you do, and you got to start somewhere, and you start little. It's baby steps. It's the way we started walking. What happens, though, is a lot of times people see that, oh, I want this, I want that, and they don't understand that when you put on a $500 car payment, and then you still got to eat, you still got to pay gas, you still got to pay insurance, they put themselves in a bind. Then if something bad happens, and bad things happen to good people all the time, it's hard for them to recover.
All right, you've prepared a little piece for us, so we'll take a look at that.
Yep,
okay, then we're going to chat more.
You got year-end sales that we're leading into, and the manufacturers always put a lot of extra rebates, a lot of things out there to help you buy a car. A question that's been up a lot lately is, how much money do I have to put down to make a difference? Well, that's really a personal question. The good news is a lot of times you don't need to put any money down. You could use your manufacturer's rebate strictly as your down payment. But again, the more money you put down, the better the financing situation is going to be and the more money you save in the long run. So how much should I put down? That's really up to you and where you're at in credit. Now you got to remember, the better credit you've got, the lower interest rates you're going to get, the better deals you're going to get. So you really want to protect that credit. Take care of your credit. The down payment, that's really up to you.
I like that of saying take care of your credit, because that really is important, and don't overextend yourself.
It is, and you got to manage it. You've got to know that, hey, what is the worst case scenario? Can I live through it? And then you got to manage your credit. It's that revolving credit drives your credit score, and there's a lot of things you can do to help manage your credit. And if you got to make a decision on what to pay one month, what not to pay one month, don't pay the bills that are going to hit your credit score.
Yeah, that's true. And some do hit the credit score and some don't. The other thing I think to keep in mind is, I'd love to have this particular car, but it's going to mean that my payment is XYZ. If I get this car, it's going to mean ABC. So it might be less and maybe more affordable.
Absolutely, and it's the total cost of ownership. You don't want to put yourself in a situation where you're not going to be able to qualify for a house because you made a bad decision on a car loan.
Yeah.
You just got to manage your credit. You got to manage your life.
I think you are the first person who works in the auto industry who would say, hey, make a smart choice. Don't just make a choice to benefit me.
And the thing that happens, if I put you in a car loan that you can't afford, that's going to take you out of the market. I need to be able to help you every time you need a car.
Right. Good advice. Yeah.
Try to.
You're watching out for people. I like that. No, it makes sense. And and I guess the whole point is don't really overextend yourself, because then you're really in a bind.
And then it's going to cost you forever.
And digging yourself out of that hole,
it's tough.
Is very tough.
And that's one shovel at a time, too.
Yeah. Yeah, some really good advice. Thank you, Bob.
Thank you.
As
Glad
always,
to be here.
stick around. Don't go away.